Here we're graphing one variable, linear inequality. So there's a couple things you have to think about when doing this. What's going to give you an open or closed circle? And then which direction do we shade, left or right? So let's talk about open versus closed circles. If it's a closed circle, that means the value actually equals that number, right? If you just plotted a number on a number line, if I said x equals 2, here's 2, you would put a point there because it equals 2. So if it has an equal to sign, then it's going to be a closed circle. So our two inequalities with equal to signs are greater than or equal to, and less than or equal to. So those will give you a closed circle if you have either of those because they have this equal to part, okay? Now an open circle means that that value is actually not included. So it does not equal. So our two symbols for an open circle are just a greater than or a less than because it's not included. Now, shading left and right, I always tell my students, if you have a number line, here's 0, the numbers here are getting bigger, and if you look at this number line, the numbers are getting greater. This is your greater than symbol. If you look here, the numbers are getting smaller. This, at the end of that, the left side of the number line is your left than symbol. And that's going to be the directions you shade. So if you have a less than or equal to, you're going to shade to the left, just like it's telling you here. And if you have a greater than or equal to, you are going to shade to the right, just like what it looks like over here. Okay, so let's look at number 1. We have x is greater than or equal to 3. So I always just kind of plot 0, and 3 is going to be on the right, so 3 is going to be somewhere over here. Now, it has an equal to, which tells us it's going to be a closed circle. Okay, and then it has, it's a greater than, so we're going to shade this direction. Okay, so it's a closed circle, so I'm going to put a closed circle on 3, and I'm going to shade to the right because it's x is greater than or equal to 3. Number 2, it does not have the equal to, so it's an open circle, and we're going to shade, since it's pointing this direction, we're going to shade to the left. So here's 0, 5's over here somewhere. It's an open circle, and then we shade to the left. So all the points to the left of 5 are solutions, but it does not include 5. And then number 3, x is less than or equal to -1. That's a closed circle because it equals, and then again we shade to the left. So here's 0, here's -1. It's a closed circle, so, oops, not there. So I'm going to put a closed circle on -1, and then we shade to the left. If you need to know how to solve these, check out another video.